Welcome everybody to the Michigan State Fairgrounds for the 20th race of Season 3 of the SCRL Grand National Series. The number 5 of Brian Fox will leading us to the green flag. Just beside him is the number 3 of Sebastian Torres. Rest of the starting lineup here for today's race. We have all 42 cars here, both the full-time and the part-time drivers. Now, the Michigan State Fairgrounds has not been made for NR 2003, so we are using the Lakewood Speedway as a replacement track because it is a mile track, which is the same distance as the Michigan State Fairgrounds. So that is why we are using this as a replacement track. So this race officially marks the halfway point here in the season. We've had 3 drivers win 3 races. Chaka Deskwatcher, Kristen Russell, and Brett Davison. Winning the last round was Ash. Cole will be starting all the way back in the 41st position. So he's going to have to come from all the way from the very back if he wants to win back-to-back races. This is the second time here in the Grand National Series we are ever racing at a track here in Michigan. The first time was earlier in the season at the Grand Rapids Speedrome. That was won by Chaka Deskwatcher. And Deskwatcher will be starting all the way in the 38th position. So she's going to have to go from a long way back if she wants to win her 4th race of the season. And now, for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
Field is rolling off. Brian Fox, who won earlier in the season at North Wilkesboro, has the honor of leading us to the green here at the first time ever at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. And start beside him is, of course, the defending and reigning 2-time Grand National Series champion. There he is, Sebastian Torres. Sebastian is competing on a part-time schedule. He has been to victory lane earlier in the season at Lakeview Speedway. So Sebastian trying to get win number 2. And despite only competing in 5 races, Sebastian Torres can still mathematically win the championship because we have a lot of high points paying races to go. So anything could happen. Despite only being halfway through, anything and everyone is still mathematically possible of winning the championship. Pace car has pulled in. Reach up there and pull the belts tight. One more time. We're racing 25 laps here at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. There's a green flag, and Brian Fox leads us in our first lap. Off towards turn number 1. Sebastian Torres will run on the outside. Can he clear Brian Fox as he enter turn number 2? That's going to be a drag race. Fox slides up the track to take the momentum away from that 3 car. These are 2 well-established drivers. They know how to get it done here in the SCRL. Brian Fox won at North Wilkesboro. Sebastian Torres won, of course, I mentioned earlier, at the Lakeview Speedway. Sebastian falling back into the clutches of the 17 of Abby Russell, but is not able to pass Sebastian. As we complete the first lap, Brian Fox leads lap number 1. Battle for 3rd place is not much of a battle as the 92 car of Andrew James moves his way into 3rd. Battle for position. Here comes the 120 car of Brian Gigsby. Good to see him up right inside the points, being chased by Chris Kyle. Chris Kyle is trying to make it 3 wide as he dives down to the inside of the track, almost onto the grass. But not able to complete the pass. At least not yet. You see Sebastian Torres has caught Brian Fox as he complete lap number 2. 23 laps to go. Battle for 3rd. Here comes Abby Russell. You see Sebastian Torres trying to make a move on Brian Fox on the inside line. Can he complete the pass? He needs to get it complete before turn number 1 because the high line has the preferred line, and we got a caution. Looks like the 188 and the 24. Whoa, what the heck? Our leaders just crashed. Sebastian Torres and Brian Fox. That's the drag race to the line. And it looks like it's going to be won by the 17 car. What the heck just happened there? Well, Abby Russell is our race leader. We'll take a look and see her put out the first caution of the day. So here's the cause of the caution. The 188 of Luke Walker heading down the front stretch. Let's see what happens. Looks like the 50 car slow. What the heck? You got cars slowing up for some reason. And the 188 slides up into the 81 of Sergeant Young. Second in points. Luke Walker gets hit by the 50 of Kristen Russell. Then gets hit by the 93 of Roger James. Luke Walker spins out right in front of the 24 car of David Wade. They make contact, and that's the cause of the caution. But the bigger story, while battling for the race lead, Sebastian Torres and Brian Fox. I mentioned the two drivers that have so much success here in this league. Let's see what happens. Entering turn number 4, they're coming to the line. And Sebastian just keeps sliding up at the same time. Brian Fox goes down. The two cars make contact. Neither one lets up. Into the outside wall very hard. Brian Fox keeps on going. Sebastian Torres gets spun out while racing for the lead. That is horrible luck for the two-time and reigning defending champion. That's going to be a huge disappointment for Torres, and he's going to lose all those spots. He was first. He might restart in the upper 30s, depending on where everything cycles through. Well, we'll clean this mess up here on the front stretch, and once we do, we'll take you back to the restart. But first, we'll take you to our first commercial break of today's race.
Daddy! Shh! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
And we are back. No one is out of the race. We still have all 42 cars in this race. Sebastian Torres is going to restart in the 36th position. Horrible luck for him. Abby Russell is our race leader. Second is Andrew James. Third is Chase Abbott. Fourth is Josh Barker. Fifth is Amber Reed. Sixth is Brian Gigsby. Seventh is Chris Kyle. Eighth is Boston Austin. Ninth is Mackenzie Dale. And 10th is Breezy Brisbane. You got Brian Fox back to 12th. And the last car who will be scoring points will be the number 7 of John, Alabama. In terms of our championship contenders, Austin Abilene is in the 22nd position, and Sergeant Young is currently in the 30th position. So neither of our championship contenders will be gaining points as of right now. Pace car has pulled in. Gonna get this race back green with 17 laps to go. There's a green flag. Abby Russell leads us back to green. So with the two most veteran drivers in this field, that could leave the door open for a fresh face winner. You never know. Abby Russell, related, of course, to Kristen Russell, a 3-time winner this season, has yet to make a name for herself. Can turn that around, and we got another caution. Looks like the 81, second in points. So we're going to have another caution. There it is. Well, we'll take a look and see what happened to second in points, Sergeant Young. Here's the cause of the caution just after going green. Looks like up to 93. We got a little stack up front. Roger James was ready to go. Sergeant Young slammed on the brakes. And Sergeant Young goes for a spin. So he came in here second in points, 48 points behind Austin Abilene. As of right now, Austin and Sergeant and Duskwatcher will not gain points, so this is a big missed opportunity for them as of right now. There should be a quickie caution. We'll clean this mess up here in turn number 1, and we'll take you back to the restart once we finish cleaning up. And we are back. We're going to get this race restarted with 14 laps to go. No one is out. We still have all 42 cars in this race. Abby Russell is our race leader. Second is Andrew James. Third is Chase Abbott. Fourth is Josh Barker. Fifth is Amber Reed. Sixth is Brian Gigsby. Seventh is Chris Kyle. Eighth is Boston Austin. Ninth is Mackenzie Dale. And 10th is Breezy Bisbane. So Sergeant Young, second in points, is currently trailing the field. Still a long way to go. And Sebastian Torres has fallen back to the 38th position. Duskwatcher is in 36th. And our points leader, Austin Abilene, is in 22nd. So this is a big points-paying race. And our championship contenders, as of right now, will not even gain any points. So this could be a deciding factor. You never know at the end of the season. Of the 41 races, you could look back and say, Michigan State Fairgrounds, I could have gained some points, but I failed. So... but you never know. Pace car's pulled his way back in. Abby Russell leads us back to green. Abby got a good jump that time, just like the first time. She's going to have to defend because she's got that number 92, Hudson, behind her. Andrew James is determined to get his second win of the season. He won at Columbia earlier. But behind him is the 64, Chase Abbott. Abbott is looking for his first win ever in this league. Tries to make a little contact to try and get past the 92. As we got 12 laps to go. Not able to get around the 92 just yet. But Andrew James goes wide. Chase Abbott going to try and pass on the inside line. Abby Russell is enjoying this because it's allowing her to pull away. Andrew James, though, with a run on the high side. He's going to try and use that momentum off turn 4. Looks like he will. So Andrew James keeps second place. He's going to try and go for the lead. Has got 11 laps to go. Nope, not able to get around on the low line. And turn number 1 is going to try off turn number 2. Nope. And who is that? That's the 88, Amber Reed, trying to work her way up into the top 3. This track is so hard to make any moves off turn number 1. It's kind of a 3-turn passing opportunities on this track instead of 4. That's just how this track is made. They slow up right here going into turn 1 if you're on the low line. John Norton, who makes these tracks, he does an amazing job. But there are some times where, even on this game, there are glitches, and that is a glitch. Whenever they hit turn 1, they just slow up all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure that can't be fixed because John Norton is a great track maker for NR 2003. And as we got 10 laps to go, excuse me, 9 laps to go. Let's check on our championship contenders. You see Sebastian Torres is stuck on the low lane again as Sergeant Young is working his way up. Might be a little bit too late for him to gain any points. Austin Abilene is still in 22nd, so he will not gain any points. There you see three-time race winner Brett Davison currently in the 11th position. Where he is running that, he will gain points. It won't be a lot, but every little bit helps. See Chris Kyle trying to make a move on the 60 car. This will be for 6th. No change up front as Chris Kyle is able to pass the 60. He's going to try and pass the 121. So Kyle is going to try and move up into the top 5 in just one lap. Chris Kyle, a well-established driver, a former champion in the Tim Hortons Canadian Series. Looks like he will not pass the 120 enter turn 1 in. There's the 120 goes. Goodbye. Back up front. It is 4/10 of a second for Abby Russell. We will have 6 laps to go this time by. You see Andrew James just sitting back there waiting to make his move. You don't want to wait too long because the problem with that is a caution could come out and it could ruin it. Andrew James making a peek off into turn number 1. He just tries, you just can't make a move right there. And he's going to lose all his momentum. That's going to allow the 64 Chase Abbott to slowly close in. You see Chris Kyle is still fighting for 5th. Looks like he will complete the pass as of right now around Brian Gigsby. The Gigsby is fighting back on the high side. Back up front, Abby Russell just maintaining her lead as we got 5 laps to go. If we get a caution, that could possibly end the race. And you see Chris Kyle, he's slowly gaining on these leaders. He has moved up to 4th. No, excuse me, 5th. No, yeah, he's 4th. See who has the fastest lap. That is the 88 car, Amber Reed. 37.164 compared to a 37.245. So she's got a pretty good, and look at Kyle go again. He's going to try and go for 3rd. But there it is. There's the inside line stalling up. But Kyle has made it to 4th as of right now. He's going to try and go for 3rd once again. As currently trailing the field is 2-time champion Sebastian Torres. It's just not been his race. He started 2nd, battling with Brian Fox. Caution comes out. They both crash, going for the lead. Fox has maintained a top 15 position right now, but he is currently outside of the points. There he is. But Torres has been affected the most. And you see Kyle, he has moved up to 3rd. He's going to have 2.5 laps to try and gain 7/10 of a second on our race leader. Does he have enough time? Will Andrew James slow him up, though? It just depends. I don't think he has enough time, though. As coming to the start-finish line, we will have 2 laps to go for Abby Russell. See Chris Kyle making a move on the inside of Andrew James. He slows up. Yep, there it is. Andrew James goes wide, though. And he still goes wide off turn number 2. Kyle's going to try and use that to his momentum. And Kyle's going to try and take 2nd place. If he can't win, he's going to at least try and get the 2nd most points. Off the final turn. Andrew James for on the high side. Kyle not able to get around him. And it is all benefiting Abby Russell. White flag, 1 lap to go. Battle for 2nd place. No change right there. Kyle is trying hard to get around that 92 of Andrew James. Both drivers need the points, but it's all happening behind Abby Russell. She maintained the race lead when Sebastian Torres and Brian Fox crashed out, racing for the lead, going back to the caution flag. She has been on defense against Andrew James, the rest of the race. And it looks like we're going to score another upset off the final turn. Abby Russell scores her first career win by winning here at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Back-to-back first-time winners here in the Grand National Series. Here are your race results. Abby Russell scores her first career win. Second was Andrew James. Third, Chris Kyle. Fourth, Amber Reed. Fifth, Chase Abbott. Sixth, Josh Barker. Seventh, Boston Austin. Eighth, Brian Gigsby. Ninth, Mackenzie Dale. And 10th was Breezy Brisbane. Rest of your race results, we had Nick Holliday as the last driver to score points in 14th. Points leader, Austin Abilene finishes in the 23rd position. Chaka Deskwatcher finishes 34th. Sergeant Young finishes 35th. So none of the drivers in the top 3 in points scored points. And Sebastian Torres, a huge disappointment. He finishes last on the field. We had all 42 drivers finish the race. Well, that is it here for the Michigan State Fairgrounds. We'll take you to victory lane for the first time in our SCRL career with number 17 of Abby Russell. Here are the point standings at the 20th race of the season at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Andrew James is our brand new points leader. He has a 61-point lead over Josh Barker. Third is Austin Abilene, 105 points behind. Fourth is Chris Kyle, 138 points behind. And fifth is Sergeant Young, 153 points behind. Rest of the point standings. That is it for round number 20. We'll next see you for round number 21 at the Fort Miami Speedway. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.